So I wanted to talk about the Starship, and particularly how the Starship will be made for the lunar missions, or how it should be made for the lunar missions, more than likely. So basically, the Starship in its current form has a two-stage system, but for a lunar lander version, because we've realized that, obviously we've never really landed on the moon, so, we've landed unmanned craft on the moon, unmanned things, but never landed and took off from the moon again. So it's going to be hard to do. So we're going to need um, we're going to need to have a three-stage system. So it'll be the lander stage will come down, and it'll have at the top part of the starship. So say the top part, it'll be a little piece that'll shoot off and blast off as a third stage once it lands. So it lands, it deploys the laboratory, and then the top piece can blast off. And that's the return capsule that leaves, and it leaves the whole Starship laboratory behind. And then, in the process, it makes a whole lot more sense to do it that way, because once you can land with all the engines, and you can optimize your landing and figure out if engines go out during the landing because of all the lunar dust being kicked up during the landing, which is going to be probably a problem. But you know, we haven't had to actually deal with these problems before, because it's all been staged for the lunar landing to begin with. But that's not really the argument that we need to have here. So ultimately, what's and that's the beauty of what Elon Musk is doing with Starships. That we're going to be the first people landing on the moon, and like legit first people. It's not like, hey, these people stole some false valor and they're pretending like they landed on the moon. Now, no, we're actually going to be landing on the moon with Starship. So that's fine. It's so many safety precautions, 33 engines for lunar dust, just in case, so it's coming down for landing. But then when the top part will be able to come off, and it will be able to go back and maybe meet with another starship, or maybe make the journey back on its own. But I imagine they'll have another starship in orbit for it to connect back up to, and be able to return back to Earth orbit. So that's exactly how they'll do it if they're smart. So we'll see how it plays out. Yeah, I have lots of other information as well to talk about, but we could talk about that later. But yeah, ultimately, until last time we got state separation on the last version, so that was a good proof of concept. And they did hot staging as well. So they picked up, because I told them before that they need to make this a human rated system. It's going to need some type of good. It needs to ensure stage separation no matter what. Stage separation is a must. It absolutely must happen. And that was the beauty of stage separation not being achieved on the first version. The first test flight is they were able to adapt and overcome, and they made a better system with hot staging. So it's treated more like a rapid egress, the wave ejection system, like the like the like the Falcon is. The Falcon is a rapid egress. It has the Draco engines on the Falcon, and it can get away from the main booster pretty quickly. So that'll also be the benefit of having a three-stage system, is you can make that like a Draco type booster launcher, so you can launch out and build to get out of there. And so that's I told them this last time, and they listened, and they put in the they put in hot staging, which is a really smart idea, because in order to get a human rated starship, because we already have Dragon, so we're not going to just allow them to have a human rated system until it's proven itself. It needs to have a proven record. And because they have this rapid escape system, relatively rapid escape system, it's not very rapid. It's not nearly as fast as a Draco, system, but it's at least a step in the right direction, and is the direction. So anyways, That's going to be very important as well. And so we're going to have these, they're going to have a three-stage Starship, and so they'll take off on Earth on a Falcon 9, dock with a fully fueled Starship that's ready to go for the orbit, to make it into the moon's orbit. So it'll get in a Starship, fly, dock into that Starship in orbit, with the Dragon 9, or the Dragon 9. That's hilarious. Dragon 9. That's a first. Anyways, yeah, be able to do that, and then be able to go to the moon with a system, land on the moon with a three-stage. Well, technically it's two stage, because the first stage is return back to Earth and lands. So it's only 2-stage in space, but it'll land, and then it'll land on the moon. And once it lands, because it has so many engines, it can handle all the lunar dust, and might have to wait for dust to settle. It might take a while, but we're figuring out in the process as we go. Okay, and we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make everything amazing, and it's gonna be beautiful. So the main crucial designs here is that being able to create a 3-stage Starship, in which they might have already done, but I'm not going to get too much into that. I'm going to leave that one be, because I said I would leave it be. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you check out my channel. I have lots of important videos and concepts, including all sorts of different things, secrets, lots of secrets, and different things. And you can look at my playlist for Earth inventions and all my different things I have. All metals isolating magnet design. I have mercury toroid anti-gravity capacitor that induces eddy currents into metals, and using the lens effect, LENZ. And this, basically all metals are magnetic, and it uses the same concept as that. It's like a toroid, so spinning enclosed electromagnets. But anyways, I won't get too much into that. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you should check out my channel, and you should probably hit subscribe, because if you don't hit subscribe, you'll never see this channel again. I can guarantee that, because just by random chance miracle that you stumbled upon this channel. Anyways, I love you all, and I hope to see you around in the next video. So talk to you later. Bye.